Hello Scorpio, how are you guys? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining me and welcome. We're going to go ahead and do your monthly reading for April 2020 using the horoscope spread. Just looking at different areas of your life and see what you guys need to know. As usual, pretty general. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Alright, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is going on here for April 2020? Guidance here for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know? One more, please. Wow, we have the Hierophant, Taurus energy. Also with the Hierophant here, we may be talking about rules. Okay, this is a very strong connection. We have the Hierophant and the High Priestess. Very much connecting here spiritually as well with someone, intuitively because of the High Priestess. We have the conscious and the subconscious here. We also are talking about when it comes to the physical world versus that spiritual one. There's a burden though that is being carried between these two individuals. Wow, the Tower and the Moon. There's some realization, some truth coming. I know that someone in the comments said that they are not surprised when they see the Tower with the Scorpio, and it is understandable, but this is powerful. It is a very powerful combination, so we will see what's going on. Someone is realizing something very important here. Now, especially in here, I really like how they have portrayed the Hierophant. Here we have the lovers are kneeling. And in a way, you know, I feel like they're trapped when it comes to certain rules, regulations, beliefs, religion, government with this energy. Let's see, Scorpio, what's going on. What do you guys need to know? All right, so we have the Eight of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the World, the Page of Wands, Five of Wands, the Magician, Emperor, the Five of Swords. Each of these represents a house for the ones that have not followed me before, so I will explain. We have the Justice and we have the Four of Cups and the Hermit. The Hermit is in isolation, but it's also researching here. Both of these are spiritual. The Hierophant and the Hermit. We're also talking Virgo and Taurus for some of you. Okay, so let's start with you, with the first house here, Scorpio. You will be withdrawn, emotionally withdrawn here. This is you, how you see yourself. This is your confidence level, how people see you as well. Everything when it comes to your behavior and how you filter for April 2020. Now, the Eight of Cups, you may be emotionally withdrawn here to certain other situations, turning your back on certain things that have not worked for you, but it is going towards that wish fulfillment. People may see you withdrawn. You may also find yourself withdrawn, but again, with a higher purpose. There's something else here that it's very important to you. And though there's this disappointment that you have to turn your back or leave something behind, it is in a sense here to follow that wish fulfillment. It's a type of letting go emotionally. We do have the Six of Pentacles. Also, if you are dealing with Aries there, it is the same feeling of a disappointment. The second house belongs to Taurus. So if you're dealing with the Taurus, the feeling is reciprocated here. Harmony, peace, balance between the two of you. But for all my Scorpios here, the second house, it is the house of finances, of values, of self-esteem. And you're going to find a balance in your life. Some of you, this balance may be, again, how you receive or how you give in this situation when it comes to your money, how you balance your money, and also how you value yourself. I like the Six of Pentacles because Moon in Taurus, and in Taurus here, values are going to be important to you, and you are going to pay special attention to your self-esteem. And when it comes to comfort and luxury, how you like to be pampered, everything has to be balanced here. You have to receive if you have been the one that always has been giving here. We have the King of Pentacles, and this is in the third house, the Gemini house. The King of Pentacles in the third house, if this is you, This is the wealthy person. This is also the financial guy. It represents a certain endurance, a certain loyalty. So this is your mental connection. This is your communication. So for my people here that are resonating with the King of Pentacles, whatever surrounds you is going to be looking not only practical, but loyalty here. Looking at your values and your finances are very important. Now, for the ones here that are dealing with an earth sign, because it is the communication house, there's someone here that has you in their mind, or they like to communicate with this energy, with the King of Pentacles. We will clarify and see who is the King of Pentacles and how they're coming through. For some of you, it may be the Hierophant. At home here, we have the World. It's nice. Your roots. Some of you may feel like you need to travel here with the World. But the World, it is speaking of closure, of achievement. Fourth house is Cancer. If you're dealing with a Gemini, it's just coming as a court card. So we will see what that King of Pentacles is bringing. But there's going to be achievement and a journey here that needs kind of to come at a finish line. Now, the World is not like the Death card, that is that necessary ending. It's just, you know, that process of accomplishments. It is a welcomed closure here. Also at home, you may feel like certain achievements, credit type of situation going on. I feel like you're going to feel like there's the journey being completed. It is a major arcana. It's the first major arcana here in the houses. So your home situation, your structure, your parental home is going to be important. I feel like it's like graduation time with this at home. Romantically, we have the Page of Wands. Also, this is regarding children. For some of you, this may influence a child. The Page of Wands is very adventurous. It is good news. For the ones that are dating here, this is the dating card. It is represented by Sagittarius. Some of you, even through social media, you may find yourself, you know, type of interaction here. But also this is good news from a person that you have in mind. And I say this because we have the Magician in the 7th house. So I feel like I don't see commitment here, but I see manifestations. I see two people talking with one another, manifesting, being in each other's mind. Again, the 7th house is partnership, awareness of what's going on. This is flirtatious energy as well. So a lot of flirting going on here for April 2020. Now, when it comes to your 6th house, which is your day-to-day routine, your co-workers, your job, your occupation, you may find yourself here regarding tension, some struggle, restriction. You may find yourself that you have to compete in a way. The 5 of Wands is coming, before the 6 of Wands, which is that victory. So you know that you are in your way to success here. You may just find yourself that you have to struggle and compete a little bit here, even when it comes to your day-to-day routine. As I mentioned, the 7th house, this is a partnership here, one-on-one connection, and they're manifesting, they're aware of what's going on. Communication, especially that mental communication, is important. This also represents a Virgo and a Gemini energy. Okay, now the 8th house, Scorpio, belongs to you. And we have the Emperor. Now, I know as a Scorpio myself, we do get accused sometimes of wanting control. And this may be that you are putting a certain situation that you want to gain control. It may be a power struggle here in the 8th house. But if you are dealing with another person, very powerful, very intimate, also a boss attitude here, they're trying to control themselves. They're trying to take, for some of you, Aries or a Taurus energy here, a firm foundation. I feel like it's a responsibility here. I want we clarify who is this person that wants to take power, wants to take control. It can be you or someone else here. In the 8th house, the house of endings and beginnings, of intimacy, shared resources, and of a Scorpio. If you're dealing with another Scorpio, there's a lot of power struggle there and control going on. The 5 of Swords, it is in the Sagittarius house. For some of you, you may feeling defeat or conflicted about a Sagittarius. Guilt can be with the 5 of Swords. Also, it's Venus in Aquarius, so I believe there's a certain detachment there. But I feel with this energy, someone is feeling conflicted because of their feelings towards you or you towards them. This is also regarding a long distance person. Higher education and ethical issues are also here a concern. I feel like this person is ready to do anything, especially when it comes to mind games or provocations or resentment here, when it comes to achieving something. You have the Four of Pentacles in the 10th house, Capricorn energy, holding back. Sun in Capricorn, by the way, with this. When it comes to your reputation, it's very important, to your career. You're not budging. It's this security. You're all about security. You're all about holding your values here. This is also a father figure for some of you, but I'm getting that sense of protection, not opening up, not showing vulnerability, just holding on to something that you have built and not wanting to kind of share. That's what I see in that house. We have the Justice in the 11th house, the house of friendship, communities. This is technology, social media. Now, this is also visions for the future, and the Justice, Libra energy. I feel like it looks like in April you are going to think of balance, fairness between you and friendship, how you see humanity here, how you interact with your friends as well, you or the other person, but also you see better things happening for your future, for your visions. There's that beautiful balance there. I have to tell you, Scorpio, whoever this situation is going on here, and that we have the High Priestess, because we opened the first house, which is you, and this is what's happening behind the scenes. This is also the secrets house, the soulmate house. There's some type of discontent and dissatisfaction here. Someone is lingering towards something. It may be from the past or something that was missed. You are not fulfilled and you're looking for that fulfillment, you or someone else. I feel like because we got that feminine and masculine energy, it is between two people that want to connect here in a different way with a Hierophant. Because the Four of Cups, I feel like that lingering sensation, discontent, dissatisfaction, a missed opportunity, but you're not reacting. I don't see you reacting, you or someone else. I just see contemplation a lot and that mental activity. Except the Page of Wands, which not every house may resonate with you, which I see there's that flirtatious energy. This is action oriented. When it comes to your inner self and how you react, you are withdrawn and contemplating, and you're struggling regarding your career and your occupation. What do you need to do next? So let's clarify and see. We will start with the Eight of Cups through the Four of Cups. For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. One more. I'm looking, I got a few swords here, but mostly we have some fire and some pentacles. The Queen of Swords attitude. This is the independent woman, the self-sufficient woman with the Nine of Pentacles. Money, security. Okay, so you are, is it interesting? It has to do the Justice card here. There's certain things that you feel you have to let behind, because I feel like with the Justice, it's very karmic. A karmic situation here is the right thing to do. Feeling it will bring you balance, whatever you have to leave. This is the attitude that you're going to have. Turning your back in the name here of balance, of fairness, law, or even for some of you it may be regarding legal matters with that one. Temperance, this is nice. Both of these are balanced. Now I have to say, because the Taurus house sometimes can be going overboard, is saying that there's, even when it comes to how we nurture ourselves, to be careful, to practice a little bit moderation. Even when it comes to food, you know, Taurus is known for that as well. But it's also a connection here that requires some moderation. Two people coming in together, valuing one another, and knowing that they balance each other very, very well. So for some of you, it may be a situation about budgeting money or food, but others, it may be that strong connection here. And that's why we have the Emperor there. Okay, so the King of Pentacles is coming as heartbroken. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo for some of you, but overall just the earthy, sensual King of Pentacles. He's very practical. This is not a king that will rush in, takes his time, but he's very loyal. They are heartbroken though, and because it is in the 3rd house, in the Gemini house, I feel like also this is regarding a communication situation coming in. At home, you guys look great. Things are going to change for the better. You are going to feel a certain sense of accomplishments. Both of these are two powerful cards, the World and the Wheel of Fortune. Both have a sense of the finish line, of completion, with number 10 here, and of course the World, it is, you know, once that chapter finished here, that initial project. But you're going to feel a sense of accomplishment at home. Anything, even if you're doing here with a Cancer, but also real estate, security, how you get nurtured here with the 4th house, roots and foundation. Okay, some of you, this can be regarding a skill, because the 5th house, it is the house of creativity. So if you have been working on a skill, you are going to be entrepreneurial, and it's very nice. For the ones here regarding romance, I feel like it's something that you have put work. You may be working with this person, but it's going to lead to long term, even if right now it's just flirting type of energy. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is your day-to-day routine, as I mentioned, in your occupation, your co-workers. 10 of Pentacles is prosperity. For some of you, as you are accomplishing when it comes to your work or people that you work with, this tension is because, again, you are fighting for this prosperity. You are fighting to when it comes to business as well here with the 10 of Pentacles, real estate, security. And you might find yourself struggle. But the struggle is because, again, with the 10 of Pentacles, you want to achieve everything when it comes, you know, to your house. I want not just the, you know, the perfect job. I want to make money. And it is hard work. 10 of Pentacles is not a little bit like the 10 of Cups that, okay, this is what I emotionally want. This is that physical part that when it comes, especially, it's a Virgo energy. This is what I work. This is what I'm willing to do. Some of you may find struggle because of your achievement here and how much you want to achieve. Why the Magician? Okay, so the magician and 4 of Swords, I feel like this is just a mental connection at the moment. Some of you had Libra energy as well here. But I don't see much happening except two people being aware of one another and having that kind of telepathically here connecting with each other. This is the one-on-one connection. This is also the commitment house. Again, if you're waiting for commitment, that does not seem like a commitment to me. It's just two people being aware of each other. Wow. Whoever this Emperor is, and again, the Emperor is not a soft energy, though you can count on the Emperor because it's very firm, it's going to take charge. They want to open up. I feel like this is a person that does not want to show a vulnerability, but they cannot help themselves. The emotions are overflowing here and they're trying to keep control over these emotions. Remember that balance there, but it's nice. I like it. I feel like it's that man that does not, that man or woman, it doesn't matter, the energies that is trying to hold back the tears, but they can't. The 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is very, very possessive. Remember, it also, the 4 of Pentacles, it deals with your career, reputation, or a Capricorn energy. So I'm feeling that someone feels very determined not to open up, not to share. This is what I'm getting. I'm trying not to be vulnerable. I'm not trying to share or open up here because I don't want to seem weak. Whatever this energy from afar, some of you long distance. Okay, we're talking about breakthroughs in your career, and I feel like at the moment, if there's an idea here or a breakthrough, you might find yourself just not opening up, holding back. There's certain truth here, I feel like for some of you, again, even with Capricorn, if you're waiting for Capricorn's energy or communication, holding back when it comes to this truth, to this breakthrough. Now, Three of Pentacles, it is business very much. It's the skill, it's communication between people, meeting, collaboration. So I feel like some of you may find yourself being helped and balancing one another, especially friendships, because it is the friend's house, but it is also the Aquarius house. So whoever it is that you are trying to plan or balance, this may be 3 people, it is all about collaboration and teamwork here. Some of you may find yourself finding a job or seeing things in a balanced way when it comes to technology and social media. But the Three of Pentacles is working something out in a fair way. Everything has to be fair, and it's being in agreement here, even as a community. The Chariot, 2 Cancer energy, by the way. Moon in Cancer, Chariot is also Cancer, and is in the Pisces house. So we are talking regarding a choice in this situation, and you're contemplating which way to go. You or someone else, it can be at a distance, but I don't feel like you are going to react, because it looks like the Justice card is something that you are going to hold on very much for April 2020 here. It's all about a balance, and it's all about learning, searching here, and making a decision. With the Queen of Swords, I feel like it's going to be a decision that benefits you and not just you letting your emotions here guide you. Whoever that Emperor is, they are feeling right now they're ready, but I feel like if this is your energy, you're still searching, you and another person here, holding back. So that's why I feel like the contemplation, it has to do with this movement forward, just waiting and feeling if it's the right time or not. There again, this is your inner turmoil, or this is what is happening behind the scenes. Wow, 10 of Swords. Who feels hurt here? That's why I'm saying, like, you are going to cut certain ties here with the 10 of Swords. Now, for others, this may be how they see you, Scorpio. Isolated. If there's not been commitment here, or someone has not been ethical, you are going to cut them off. Painful, necessary endings with this energy. Okay, Scorpio, that was your overall April 2020 reading. I hope it does resonate with you guys. I will do your love reading, so if this doesn't, maybe the next one will. But I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for your support. If you would like a personal reading, please see the description box below. Thank you. Bye-bye.